Oh my lordy. Oh, heavens to Betsy. Oh man, Kackie, come on. Hello fam! Welcome back. Today I am moving kinda slow. This morning I intentionally slept in. Did not mean to sleep in an extra 2 hours. It was 9 a.m. when I woke up and I was like, dang. Anyway, today we are doing a favorites video, guys, and just like last favorites video that I did, I think it was actually a month ago, it really is in no particular poignant place in the month. Like, it's not like an end of the month favorites, it's not even a Friday favorites. And mainly I'm doing a favorites today, faves, fails, and finds, because I had like the coolest week ever, basically, and I have a lot of stuff that I want to share with you guys. So yeah, subscribe, let's do the video. Oh man, we're nailing it today. The first thing that I want to chat with you guys about happened to me this week. I was contacted by the amazing brand FAVES, and they are in Austin. And so Hannah, who is like their brand manager, social manager over there, reached out to me and she was like, hey, do you want to come and tour the space and smell some stuff and, you know, pick out some stuff and be friends? And I was like, yes, I do. Because a lot of you guys have been asking me recently for advice on fragrances. They are carrying FLUR in Sephora, so you can go and try them, but they also do these really cool, I think they're $18, these little packs that this is what they sent me home with first and foremost to like figure out what fragrances I liked best so that I could kind of pick a large size at some point. So this is what she looks like. It is a very cute package. I love it. It's just so clean looking. The whole place was just very peaceful, very calm, and I got to smell all their smells. And you guys, these are not normal perfumes. Me and Hannah were talking about when you go to, you know, like duty free at the airport and you're just smelling everything and you're like, is it me or are all of these the same? They're just on a scale of like medium to terrible. And a lot of those ingredients are like not that good, you know, like they are for like shelf stability and things like that, but they're not particularly good to like spray right on your body pores. And so they use what are called safe synthetics as their stabilizers in here, and they're also in these bottles that are completely white. So I mean, obviously you don't want to like put them in a window where they're just gonna roast all day, but they do have pretty good protection for the integrity of the scent, the integrity of the ingredients because of that. Dude, that's like really hard to see because it's all just so white. This is what it looks like when you, oh man, Kackie, come on. What it looks like when you open it up, and obviously I've been using them. They're not nestled perfectly in their little beds anymore, but you get to try 3 of your choice. And like I was saying, they're not normal perfumes because they have completely unique and committal fragrance profiles. There is nothing about these that's like, oh, this is a dupe for Chanel Chance. Like, it's not like that. These are all moods. At the risk of sounding like a total millennial, these are all moods. Like, you smell each one and you're just like, whoa. Like, there's one that just, you know, brings you to like a Brooklyn apartment. There's one that brings you to like the woods in Colorado. It's just crazy. They just all have these super unique, very highly curated scent profiles. I chose 3 and I really just wanted, I mean, it's the idea of this really, to wear each one and see how it kind of vibed with my skin. And I really thought that Amaline was going to be my favorite. It's the very feminine kind of rosy one, and I like it a lot, but honestly, as I have worn Hanami, my God, I love it so much. And it's actually a shorter term fragrance. They all have different like wear times. Some of them are 8 hours, this one's 4 hours. And oh, I love it so much. It's so clean, it's so bright, but it's so soft at the same time. I probably shouldn't have sprayed it right in my own face right while I was talking. It was stupid. I love all of them, but the full size that I am going to go with is going to be Hanami. I just love it. It's a very like elevated white t-shirt and jeans. And, you know, I've always been like a Fresh Life wearer. I really, really like that fragrance, but it is not even cruelty-free, and it really annoys me that Fresh, it's just like ultimate greenwashing. But yeah, I think that Hanami is like my new fragrance, and I really, really appreciated not just being able to go and, you know, visit and smell everything and, you know, get to try stuff for free. Like, that's really, really cool, and I super appreciate that. But I just love being able to rep an Austin homegrown company. It's just very, very cool. What else do we have in this big bag over here? Oh wait, this big bag is from Denim, which leads me to my next point. This is not an influencer gifted thing. I won a raffle. I won a giveaway. Mike and I were at the Domain. We were just like walking back to the car and I was like, we have a Baldwin store? And he's like, what's Baldwin? Baldwin is from Kansas City. I lived in Kansas City. My friend worked there, got to meet a lot of the people there. I got there right when they were doing you've probably seen them, like the viral KC hats. They're just like, and they've been knocked off by everybody at this point, but they were like the original like felt cap that just had KC like cut out of felt and sewn on the front. I just love that they've become a bigger brand and they've always made just really outrageously high quality denim made in America. And they were having some kind of charity event and I put my name in a hat, basically. You know, everybody filled out these little cards and they emailed me and I had won a pair of jeans. And so I got to go there this week and try on all of their jeans, and I bought a shirt while I was there too because this material is crazy amazing. I will just stick a shot in here. I kind of feel like I need everything, even though I only came home with a couple of things. I want all of it now. So these are the jeans that I got. I'm going to obviously stick a picture in because this is not doing anything to convey to you what they look like. But I got the vintage straight. And they are just like the best vintage straight shape ever. They're like the perfect mom jean. And they have like zero stretch to them, which means that I'm probably never going to wash them. I really just want to like wear them in and let them get kind of like loose and broken in. They're just that pair of jeans that I'm gonna have for like the next 10, 15 years, you know? So I love these so much. But they also had a couple of pairs that like I also feel like I kind of need. They have these really cute cropped wide leg ones that are like so comfortable and so cute. And their t-shirts are awesome. They're so soft. They're so beautiful. Yeah, so I got to chat with all the people in there. I got to chat with a GM who was visiting from LA, and they're opening up. They're basically moving their headquarters to LA, I think. They're just blossoming as a brand, and it's very, very cool. Their stuff is outrageously high quality, like so nice, so thought out. And it's for those people like myself who just really like to invest in timeless pieces. They're not cheap at all, but I don't know, I just put it on and it just feels good. So I had a blast like hanging out with them and everything, and I got to take those jeans home, and you will pry them from my cold dead hands. The other pair of jeans that I got, and this is not from Baldwin, and you might think that these look exactly the same. They look really, really similar, but I got them before I knew that I had won that giveaway. So yes, I really like this style of jeans, so why not have more than one? These are from Madewell. I got them like last weekend and I've been wearing them nonstop and posting about them on social media nonstop. They do have like rips in them and they have like a torn hem, so they're a little bit different, but they have the same fit and they are stretchy, whereas the other ones are not. So I think that those give kind of a more classic vibe, and this is more of like a farmer. I'm definitely into the farmer desert vibe right now. I don't know if that's actually a vibe, but it's my vibe right now. Actually, let's get into a little bit of makeup new releases here because my brows are looking a little bit naked right now, and I did that on purpose. This is the new Glossier Brow Flick. I didn't realize until you guys asked that they sent it to me in blonde, which was smart. I wear the brown in the boy brow, but that is, you know, a pomade that's actually covering the hairs on my eyebrows. If I'm gonna draw in a little bit more depth, it's cool to have something that's a little bit more forgiving. Blonde works really, really well. This like brush tip thing, and it draws these very light, pretty markery lines. It definitely has a little bit of a learning curve just because this is just definitely a delivery system I never used before. Yeah, so what I'm gonna do here is just kind of use the tip of it in this like very light motion and just gently build a little bit of fullness. The same way you would with a pencil. And, you know, it's Glossier's answer for all the people who were like, look, boy brow's great and everything, but like I don't have a lot of brow hairs. So now they're a little bit more even, you know? And it's somewhere between a brow pencil and like not doing anything at all, which I feel like is kind of the Glossier way. It's subtle, natural, goes with a no makeup kind of face. And I would say that if you are gonna order this, go one shade lighter than you're used to wearing. You know, because then it'll just give a more natural appearance. Another thing that's made it into my, back into my routine, this product is like over a year old release-wise. This is the Glossier Solution Exfoliating Skin Perfector, and it comes in this little pumpy top thing, and it's an AHA, BHA, toner. You guys have been watching my makeup tutorials recently and my reviews and stuff, and you know I am super into bronzer right now. I wear 2 bronzers and 2 brushes. Just gonna leave that in. And a highlighter typically, and in order for it to look really natural, I tend to kind of blend it down my neck and on my ears and stuff. I started learning the hard way as I was washing my face, and then I would dry my face, and there would be this like really hard like brown line on the towel when I would think that I was done washing my face. When you just wear a light face of makeup with this all cream products, it all just rinses off. But when you're putting powders on, you're setting them with a setting mist, and you're putting it places that you don't typically like scrub with face wash, like your ears, you need something else to get that stuff off of you. And so I was just going through my stuff, and I had one of these still in the foil packet, like completely unopened. And I've just been taking my like hand towel, you pump the top, and I just like wipe my ears off with it. And I wipe like behind my jawline with it, and like my neck. I realized, you guys, like my neck is breaking out. It's actually gotten a lot better, but I found a lot of makeup back there. That's disgusting, especially up around my hairline. I have tried recently to not wash my hair as often. My hair is pretty dirty right now. And for that reason, makeup will get caught in my hairline, and it doesn't really get rinsed out that often because I'm not washing my hair that often. This is really, really good for that. I'd like to issue a correction from my Q&A when I said that Aesop or Aesop is not cruelty-free. I read on one website that they could not confirm that they were cruelty-free, and then a bunch of you guys, helpfully, sent me links basically on like cruelty-free kitty and what's the other one? Something elephant. They're very much like the, you know, unofficial authorities online on this kind of stuff. They said that Aesop is. And Aesop also does really, really great ingredients. And so that $97 lotion might still be in my future. Dang it. Aesop, hit me up. I went ahead and re-upped on this bad boy. This is awesome because it'll deliver like overnight from Revolve. Revolve is so awesome in that sense. I don't think that they're very ethical in their standards of what women's bodies are supposed to look like, but their shipping's really fast. You can feel more than one way about something. This is a refill, a re-up of the Aesop Resurrection Aromatique Hand Wash. This is another near and dear to my heart thing because when we stayed in an Airbnb in Amsterdam, when I brought Mike back to Amsterdam, after I had lived there when I was 20, he brought me back 10 years later for my 30th birthday. And in our Airbnb, this was the hand soap that was in our little bathroom, and I just fell in love with the bottle and the smell of it and everything. It's mandarin rind, rosemary leaf, and cedar atlas. Ooh, it's so beautiful and herbaceous and citrusy and delightful. And this bottle, the last time that I bought it, right when I bought my house, it lasted me 2 years. So it's $40, but it lasted 2 years in our master bathroom. So as far as my back breaking out, we talked about this briefly in a vlog, I want to say, but I've not mentioned it on this main channel. This is the Paula's Choice Clear Acne Body Spray with 2% salicylic acid for blemish-prone skin, clears breakouts in hard-to-reach areas, and absorbs quickly without drying skin. I will say, it doesn't dry my skin, which is really nice, and this is something that I bought for my back knee, and my neck knee. I think it's working. It's definitely helping. It's not solving the problem. It's like they're running from me, honestly, because I start spraying it kind of here, and then they end up lower on my back, and I'm like, what am I doing? Like, what? I wish my body would like text me sometimes, like leave me a comment, be like, bro, this is why this is happening. Stop eating this one thing. So it is working. It smells horrible. Ooh. Oh, did you guys just hear that? I opened it and it sounded like I opened up like a 2 liter of Pepsi. Gross. Ooh. Ew. It just smells so suffocating when you put it on, but I would rather it smell kind of icky than it have a fragrance in it. So, you know, pick your poison. I'll take the stink. That's where I'm at on that. Another company who reached out to me this week, honestly, shock upon shock, because I have done nothing, you guys, but talk about how I couldn't get past this brand name for the longest time. But SuperGoop reached out to me and sent me a bunch of awesome stuff. And I cannot wait to actually buy more of their stuff. I want to buy like their CC cream and stuff and do an actual wear test, but I'm wearing some of this right now. I'm actually obsessed with the idea of a daily moisturizer having sunscreen in it because I do just go like sit on my porch and stuff, like, you know, to read or to work or to eat my breakfast or something. And I will often realize that I don't have any SPF on and kind of freak out a little bit because, you know, any moment in the sun is an opportunity for my face to be like, melasma, did you want some melasma? Have some melasma. I've been using this every single morning, obviously, every single day. And then they also sent me the Unseen Sunscreen Broad Spectrum 40. You guys kinda had a fit. Y'all were like, that's the best sunscreen in the world. You're gonna love it so much. It dethroned the Glossier for me, all this stuff. And while I am more of a physical sunscreen girl, and these are chemical sunscreens, they are reef-safe chemical sunscreens, they suggest, honestly, like having like a full routine of SPF, which I have to agree with. I mean, I just put SPF on every single step. I really do think that, you know, you can't have enough. This is really, really cool though. It's a really, really cool look. So it's like a primer, you know, it goes on completely clear with this like really nice sort of, I don't want to say dimethicone because I don't know if it has dimethicone in it. I don't have the package, but it has a dimethicone kind of primery feeling to it, which is wonderful. And they also sent me this one. This is the Everyday Sunscreen with Sunflower Extract, Broad Spectrum SPF 30. This is face and body lotion, ideal for a day of play. And so I don't typically wear sunscreen on the rest of my body unless I'm going for a run or going to actually, you know, be doing something active, hiking, something like that. So I'm really, really glad they sent me this because I need to get in a better routine with that. I always pull my, you know, face SPF down to my chest, but I don't do a good enough job of kind of like guarding my shoulders and stuff like that. So this is really, really cool. And then, you guys, they sent me all 4 shades of the shimmer shade. And I feel so bad because I anti-hauled these. I was like, do I really need an SPF eyeshadow for $22? And honestly, most of you guys messaged me privately and you were like, yeah, you do. Well, I got all 4 of them. I swatched them on my Instagram, but let's go ahead and swatch them again. This one is First Light. And I really could. I could wear that like every single day. This one is Golden Hour right here. This one is Sunset, the kind of deep mauvey brown. And then this one is Daydream, this kind of like rosy pinky situation. Not a one of them is not beautiful. They're so pretty and they're really potent on your eye. Like you can just apply them like a little bit of a highlight or something and get a really thin sheen from them. But you can also apply them with a brush and get like impact. Okay, let's talk about a fail and a fave and a giveaway. What? It's a giveaway? Kackie, you didn't say anything about a giveaway. Yeah, we're doing a giveaway in this video. So recently I posted about my current favorite face oil, and someone, maybe a couple people even commented and said, have you tried the St. Jane? Have you tried it? You know, how does it compare? So this is the St. Jane Luxury Beauty Serum. Now, I don't want to call this a face oil, even though it's very much packaged like a face oil, and is this not the cutest little itty-bitty, tiny, adorable thing you've ever seen? This is the little sample that they sent out with Sephora. Unfortunately, you guys, it's too heavy. Like I said, it's not a typical, like, face oil like a lot of us would, you know, think of just a face oil, just something that's nice and kind of absorbs quickly. It is very serum-y and it's beautiful. It really is beautiful, but I feel like on top of everything else that I'm using, it's just got, it lingers too long. It just sits on top of my skin in a way that as I wore it for one evening, I started to just, you know, you start feeling that like itchiness of things erupting and getting irritated on your face. That was what happened, and I washed it off. I couldn't do it. And it did. It started making like a lot of stuff kind of raise up and get clogged, and I just think that I reacted to it. I think that it's just a little bit too much. But I returned to this, and I know I've mentioned this a lot recently, but the reason that I want to mention this is because we're going to be giving some away in this video. So this is the ICONOLAB Renewal Face Oil. This is my fave that I use all the time now. You can see, actually, I've had it only for a few weeks, and I use it twice a day. I love it so much. So Tanya Gold, who started this company, owns this company, she was like, hey, you love the product, let's do a giveaway on your channel. And I was like, yes, absolutely. So we are going to have two winners. I'm going to post a Gleam link down below so that it can be like, you know, totally randomized and everything. There is literally no longer a way that I can like fake engagement. I cannot require that you are subscribed to my channel. I cannot require that you follow me on Instagram or anything like that. But I will say that when I go through the winners, I typically try to see if I know who you are. I don't want it to go to one of those Instagrams that someone literally has set aside just to enter giveaways. That's not why I'm doing this. And so like I said, this is my fave, and I will put that link down below so that you guys can enter. If you have any questions about it or anything like that, just ask me down below. Tanya watches a lot of my videos. She'll probably be able to answer if you ask any questions down below. And I will leave a link to the product so you can kind of see the ingredients in it and everything like that. I always keep it in its little velvet sleeve because it's highly, highly potent. So just be mindful of that, but this has just been a really beautiful game changer for my skin recently, and I'm so excited to share. So thank you, Tanya, for partnering with me and doing a giveaway. Let's talk about Briogeo. Briogeo? Brio. G-O. I am really not sure how to say it because usually Ingrid Nelson is the one who's like, she gets it right and Tati's the one who gets it wrong. So Tati says Briogeo and Ingrid says Briogeo. Whatever. I got these because I really wanted to try them, and these were, you know, a points gift, I guess, on Sephora. So this is the Scalp Revival Charcoal and Coconut Oil Micro Exfoliating Shampoo and the Briogeo Don't Despair Repair Deep Conditioning Mask. This was recommended by Tati. This was recommended by Ingrid. They came in a pack together. And a lot of y'all messaged me and you were like, I hate the conditioner for the Scalp Revival. I don't know about that because this is not the conditioner for the Scalp Revival. This is the Don't Despair Repair Mask, which I love. And I really like the smell of it. Oh, it's so nice. It's so nice and clean and refreshing. It smells like a fresh shower at the beach. It's wonderful, and my hair loves it. And then this was weird. I don't think that it's designed to be unweird. The idea of an exfoliating shampoo is weird in general. It smells like heaven. It smells like crème de menthe. Crème de menthe. It smells like mint chocolate chip ice cream. It is amazing. And when you're using it, it reminds me of the old Pureology shampoo. No, the conditioner that would like light your scalp up with minty tingliness. It is so good. I've almost used all of it. The best thing about this that I really, really like is A, I think it has actually genuinely helped with my neck breakouts, but B, I notice I don't have to wash my hair very often because it is micro exfoliating my scalp, and it's just keeping everything more balanced. It's like getting a lot of crap out of the way so that my skin can do what it already knows how to do. I do think that I might end up buying a full size of these at some point. I really like my Aquas, but I do find that the Aquas, I have to wash my hair all the time because it's so gentle. It's so gentle that I really feel like it leaves a lot on my scalp. But these are really, really good, and I like them a whole lot, and I really I can go like, I mean, granted, it's not looking good, but I can go like 4 days without washing my hair now. Something that I picked up recently because I absolutely fell in love with the sample of it is the DeBronzi Anti-Pollution Sunshine Drops from Drunk Elephant with cocoa extract and platinum peptides. You guys know how much I love this. This is the Umbra Tint, and I think this is actually kind of, I don't know, I have to point something out, and that is that when I'm making lists on my phone and things like that, or like commenting with you guys and talking about recommendations, my phone has to learn how to spell things the Drunk Elephant way. Like it doesn't auto-correct Umbra Tinte anymore, or the Lippe, or DeBronzi. Like it's like, oh yeah, those are words. So I think that's really funny. It also capitalizes play because of Glossier Play. Like anytime I use the word play, it's like, oh, you mean Glossier Play? And I'm just like, wow, I'm a trope. I bought this because I am trying so many foundations lately. The Crunchy Foundation, coming soon to a video near you. I just love the glow that this gives me, and I wanted to, when you mix it with your foundation, you get a tan foundation, not a deeper foundation. Does that make sense? Like it has like a glow and a shift to it, and it is a little bit darker, but it doesn't look like you're wearing the wrong color of foundation. And so I've been mixing this in with all of my foundations so that I can wear the same foundations in the winter as I do in the summer without having to buy a bunch of different shades, which is so, so great. And it also just gives me that really great bronze vibe that I love so much, that like helps my face match my body when I'm self-tanned. So I was looking for the perfect hat because it's hot as balls outside. Oh my lordy, oh heavens to Betsy. I bought one from Lack of Color that was like $100, and when it came it was stupid, and so I sent it back. I do have one Lack of Color hat that I really like, but it's more of like a bougie beachy sun hat. It's not like a weed the yard, walk the dog, gardening desert vibes kind of hat. Your girl can rock a hat. I don't really care what your opinion is. I think I rock a hat, and so I will take any opportunity to buy a hat. And then that day, I was walking through Target, and there was a mannequin, and its hand was out like this into the aisle, and this hat was hanging off of its hand. And I was like, thank you. I think that somebody was probably shopping, picked this hat up, and they were like, that's a neat hat, and they were like, I don't need that hat, and they just like hung it on this mannequin's hand because the mannequin was wearing pajamas. It wasn't like a look. And I walked by and I was like, $16.99? I think I found my hat. It was that easy. It was that easy, you guys. And that's how you know you're where you're supposed to be. And I have been wearing it every day since. It's just such a good hat. I wanted one that had this so that like when I go into the garden center at Home Depot, I can do that. And then I can just kind of pop her back on. But yeah, like I said, I've been really into like embracing the desert vibes of it all so that I don't just look like a ragamuffin in the summer. Embrace the fact that it's really hot and that there are accessories that go with that. We all love a good accessory, and this is my new hat, and you will be pleased to know that it was $16.99 at Target. I think we're down to like 2 things here. One is this. This is the new Lawless Lucid Skin Highlighter. The shade is Afternoon Delight. She says, Lucid Skin Highlighter is a velvety soft powder with glowing radiant finish that fuses with the skin for a healthy, youthful, naturally, universally flattering glow. I have my doubts about this being a universal glow. It is white gold. However, it kind of reminds me of Champagne Pop from Becca, which I used to wear all over my dang whole face. So I'm going to be doing a full face of Lawless, including the discontinued concealer, because I like it. And I'm going to be doing a summer wear test, because that was something that I promised you guys, was to kind of find a way for as many of my foundations as I can to do a hot weather wear test for them, because we tested Lawless foundations 6 months ago, back when it was really pleasant outside. I think it was November, you know, and everything's going to perform better in those conditions. Now it's 90-something degrees outside every single day. It is time, y'all. And I'm going to probably wear it with the Umbra tint underneath it, just because I really think that this is like the world's greatest primer. You know what I'll do? You know what I'll do? You know what I'll do? I'll use one SPF on one side of my face and one SPF on the other side of my face, and we'll do like a test to see whether it's the Lawless or whether like performing well, or whether it is this underneath. So if you're watching this right now, now you know. That's gonna be a really, really good video. I'm very excited. There will be a lot of science in that video. So definitely stay tuned. That will probably be the next video that comes out. I'm also going to Florida, so I might skip a video. I'm gonna go hang out with my mom, and I might skip a video. It might be like we have one this Sunday, one this Thursday, and then just kind of like not the next Sunday or something. I don't know. We'll see. Keep your eye out. I'm not sure how I'm gonna feel. The only other thing that I have to call a favorite in this video is the Great British Baking Show. I know, I'm like late to the game, but I have been so stressed lately, and I don't even mean like stressed by work or stressed by any particular thing. Like, I'm not anxious. I am just so busy. There are so many things going on in my life right now that by the time I am trying to unwind for bed, I need something that is totally inconsequential to watch. And the Great British Baking Show is bright. It's low stakes. There's no weird tension about timing or small infractions on rules and stuff like that. People will be like finishing up after the buzzer, and the hosts or like whoever will just be like, don't make me come over there, you know, but it's not just like you're disqualified. If you're unfamiliar, it is basically the adaptation of the show that originated in Britain called the Great British Bake Off, the Great British Bake Off, and they adapted it to, you know, America and stuff like that. They lost Sherry Berry, apparently. I think that she was like one of the judges or hosts or something. There's a lot I don't know about this show because I'm only watching the most recent season, and so I had to learn a lot by context clues. Like, they start out the first episode, they're like, it's the tent, it's really the tent, you know, and I'm just like, what's the tent? What tent? What are we talking about? Apparently this tent is the tent that they always do this in, and it's out on this like crazy property plantation with like sheep and pheasants, and I made my husband watch it last night. He's like, what do you want to watch? And I was like, the Great British Baking Show, and he's like, oh, okay. And I was like, do you want to watch it with me? And he was like, okay. And then he got pretty into it because it's really brightly colored. Everybody's really good at what they do, but they're all amateur bakers, but they are doing very highly finessed things. They all have these just individual great personalities, and you really get to know each one of them, and they're friends with each other. They know that they're on this really cool show together, so they all congratulate each other and support each other. It's really, really good. There's not a lot of like stress or animosity or anything like that, and they do make beautiful food that makes me very hungry. Another thing that for all of my Brits that are watching, you guys have a culture around baked goods that we just don't know about in America. Like they talk about everything like they are foods that everyone should know exists. Like, we don't have sticky toffee pudding. What is that? Like they're like, oh, you're going to make a Chelsea muffin or Chelsea bun. A Chelsea bun. Oh, everybody knows what a Chelsea bun is. They're like, oh, okay, well, we need to make a traditional ginger cake. I'm like, a ginger cake? That's just ginger and cake. Like, what do you mean a traditional ginger cake? Apparently that is a thing over there. And they just have all of these different kinds of foods where they're just like, oh, you need to make like a banquet pie, which is like a bread loaf that's shaped like something and has things inside of it. And some of them they just create for the show. Like they made them make like bread chandeliers or like spiced biscuit chandeliers. Yeah, and then there's like this guy, Paul Hollywood. Is that your real name? The ultimate compliment he can give to somebody is to shake their hand. Like it's called the Hollywood handshake. And when you win the week, you're not like the winner, you're Star Baker. All right, everything's just, it's so British. It's so utterly British. And Mike was like, first episode he ever watched, there's Prue and there's Paul, and they are the judges. And Mike's like, why are there two judges? And I was like, what do you mean? He goes, what if they disagree? You need a tiebreaker. And I was like, yeah, I guess you're right. And then he watched a little bit more of it and he goes, they never disagree. Prue just agrees with him every time. And I was like, huh. And he's like, so why are there two? There could just be one. And I was like, all valid, all valid. These are all very valid observations, but it just is what it is. There could probably be one host too, but instead we have a very small woman in her 60s and the guy from the Mighty Boosh, who wears like guy liner. It's a lot. It's a lot, and I don't understand a lot of it, but I really, really like it. Let me know if you've been watching that, and if you have any context to supply me with on that. I realize I've been talking about the British baking show for a long time now. I'm going to end this video. So there are two things that can happen when I am literally running on fumes. It is I just milk it and I just go off on tangents and it ends up being a really fun, if extremely long-winded video. And then the other end of that is I'm completely dead behind the eyes and I have to like throw the video out. So I think it's gonna be the former on this one. So I hope this sees the light of day. I hope I have my microphone on. Oh, look, my battery's dying, great. So let's go ahead and sign this off. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you want to keep hanging out with me on this channel, hit the button down below and subscribe. I'd love it if you did. My merch arrived. Oh my God, I forgot to mention that. My merch arrived. Look, you guys, it's so cute. There's links below. I love it. It's blush pink. It's wonderful for my blush fam. Thank you for watching. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.